One of the most controversial and earliest Islamic feminists is a woman named Amina Wadud, who is an African-American Muslim woman who, I don't think she's used there. She used to teach at Old Dominion University in Virginia. I think she's moved since then. She's really the one who pioneered some of these arguments that I've just made for changes to the status of women or interpretations of Sharia law with regard to women. But she's also taken increasingly radical steps. So one of the things she did back in, I think it was like 2005 or something, is she led a mixed gender Friday prayer. Now, women can pray on their own and they can lead other women in prayer. But traditionally, it's been understood that the imam that's going to lead the prayer and who's going to say the sermon on Friday, or even just if you have a mixed group of people praying any prayer, not necessarily the Friday prayer, that the imam is going to be a man. So she organized a prayer where she would, in fact, be the imam, and she gave the sermon. And of course, this received a lot of negative attention, a lot of negative backlash for it. And I think she's backed off a little bit. She hasn't pushed in that particular direction anymore. But there are a lot of women who are arguing. If you look at the sources, interestingly, it doesn't say specifically in most legal sources that the imam of the Friday prayer has to be a woman, probably because no one ever thought that a woman would ever think that they would do this. So it doesn't actually specify with regard to the Friday prayer that the imam has to be a man. And there are a few handful of examples of women leading prayers in particular contexts that those who are arguing for this would draw upon. Right? But this gives you a sense of the status of where things are now. There are a lot of women arguing for change. There are a lot of men, a lot of Muslim men who are also arguing that things need to change in the context of a very different social situation in which we live. Amina Wadud would be sort of at the far end of that spectrum in terms of how radical a change people are looking for today.